Hello and welcome to Adorned by Jennifer's Tips and Tricks. This week happens to be Valentine's Day. If you don't get the hint with all the red and pink, we've got fun little red and hearts and pink hearts. We've got cheetah hearts. You can check out my Etsy page at Adorned by Jennifer No Spaces if you're interested in any of these accessories, which are fun. I make a lot of different things by hand and work with other creators to bring custom pieces to you. But today's tip and trick has to do with Valentine's Day. And I know some people love this week and some people choose not to even acknowledge it. But one thing that I would like to encourage you to do is something that every one of us needs to hear. Every one of us needs to be reminded that we're loved. And I know that not everybody has a Valentine. If you do, congratulations. I went many years in my life without having one, and sometimes Valentine's was just a super hard, painful week. But what I recommend this week is whether you have a significant other, you have a spouse, you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, whether you have children, whether you have a niece or nephew, whether you're single and you don't have any of that, or if you just have had a parent or a grandparent or someone in your life that has maybe mentored you, that you respect, that's written you a note. What I'm encouraging you to do this week is to save those notes. Sometimes we need encouragement, maybe even on a week like this where you may not hear that you are loved, to have a reminder that you are valued and you are loved. And whether it's by a human or just remembering that God loves you, it's always nice to be reminded that you are special and you are loved. And so I'm a mom, and so naturally I keep getting lipstick on my teeth, but I have a lot of notes for my children that start to stack up. And if you are a parent, you know, especially when they're young, you get tons of their creative expressions. But one thing that I've started to do is save anything where they say, I love you, or you're the best, or something, just to remind myself on hard days that we do have good days. And so literally I saved a note. I keep like a little stack of random little papers that are nothing fancy. This was actually on my menu list for the week. My daughter grabbed a hold of it and wrote in the corner, I love you, you're the best. You know what I always say. She has a little special saying she says to me. And I do not want to throw that away. I want to remember that. And so I kept this. Now, it's kind of rough looking, so I have a little stack of rougher looking ones. But then my husband started doing something, and I realized he started getting quite the collection. But we had a picture that we had framed for him, and he got one of the sticky notes that the girls had written. Now, there's so much dust on this Post-it that it doesn't stick anymore, so it's been there for a while. But one of the girls wrote, I love you, Daddy, so much. You're the best daddy in the world. And he has that when he gets ready every morning by his sink as just a little reminder. So I started noticing he had a collection, and I thought, well, I want a collection too. So sometimes motherhood and parenting can be tough, and so it's nice to get a reminder. This was just a sticky note that one of the girls wrote, I love you, Mom, so much. Nothing fancy, but I just popped it in a little frame. And I know my little workstations where I tend to do things that are tedious and mundane and repetitive, and sometimes I just need to be reminded of that. So this little picture frame follows me around the house. I like to keep it by my kitchen sink. I like to keep it in the laundry room occasionally. I just move it around. And you can always pop in new ones or stack them on top of each other so you keep your collection in one place. But I just highly encourage you, whether it's a child writing you a note, or if it's a birthday card from the past, or it's a memorable event or date in your life, and you got a note from someone that you value and you respect, to just pop it in a frame and have that visual reminder. Don't keep it in a shoebox. Keep it out so you can remember that you are loved, you are valued, you are significant. And if you don't have something written from anyone, just know that God loves you, you are significant, you do matter, and this should be a week to celebrate Valentine's, whether you have your own Valentine or not, because you are valued and you are loved. So thanks for following Adorned by Jennifer, and I hope you find encouragement, and make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page and check me out. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Adorned by Jennifer, no spaces. I'm also at Etsy, Adorned by Jennifer, for all of my adornments is what I call them. So have a great week, and I'll be in touch. Happy Valentine's.